This game is a ripoff of ZVS, Namco ZVS, with that release in 1982 and 1983 for the US. This might have gotten into the arcades, or I don't know, but here's the thing. There has been two games in 1982 called Mission X and Zor. Mission X and Zor both play the same. They don't have no bomb button. You only dive and climb to shoot enemies, ground or airborne. But in 1983, this happened. There is no bomb button in this game. You fly over land and a river stream. And this game is weird. You must face missiles, spike ball gates. What else? Ground targets. The Soul Citadels like in ZVS, but you cannot destroy them. There's these pink walls, and if you come across them, you lose a life. But there is one Easter egg. The wolf from Konami's Puyam, developed in 1982. This, however, oh yeah, and there's eyeballs. Yes, see what I mean about this game being weird? Without a further ado, hold on. Sorry, I paused, everyone. No pausing from now on. The award for the most weirdest arcade game, well, that would be Snacks and Jackson, released in 1984 by Bally Sente. But the award for the weirdest game of 1983 goes to drum roll please.
Our video game lineup starts Megazone. They're all around you and after you. Next, pole position 2, moving hot and heavy for the number 1 slot. Then Mega's back.
Megazone, released in 1983, developed by Konami and Interlogic. But developed by Kosaka, and this game was in the Pango style cabinet, and for this show, there was only two games for this cabinet. This and Rock and Rope. But I saw the cabinet and not these games.
Zone. They're all around you and after you. Next.
There we go. Here's another one I saw. Pole position to 1983, Namco, and licensed to Atari. This episode must be from 1984.
Pole position 2, moving hot and heavy for the number 1 spot.
Vega's Battle 1983 Data East. God, that was the best anime Laserdisc game I ever saw. But I never found the cabinet. I'm working on it, guys. Next.
Then Vega's Battle. The power of Varga lives to destroy.
Oh, yeah. This was made by GCE for the Vectrac system. And licensed to Cinematronics. This arcade version in 1983. There we go. This game is one of the most excuse me. This game is one of those games that is unfair. Like SNK's Munchmobile.
Then Cosmic Chasm. You're in the black and blasted. And
Mach 3 Mild Star, which was D. Gottlieb Corporation. And I believe on the bottom it says military fighter, military fighter plane, laser disc game. I'm not sure. Here is a unique lineup of games that we have seen. So I am going to let the man handle this.
number 1 today, Super Pac-Man. And the great one is back. Game 2, Super Zaxxon, a far-out flight in space. Game number 3 today, Bagman, a race for bucks. In the 4th position, Pole Position, an exhilarating race. And number 5 today, Star Trek, a mission to explore new worlds.
Donkey Kong was the first arcade game to. No. The first platforming game was a game called Jump Bug. No. Crazy Climber, 1980. Nitsubutsu, I don't know how you pronounce that. And licensed to Taito America. Nintendo created Donkey Kong, released in 1981. Donkey Kong Jr. 1982. Nintendo.
Donkey Kong Jr., where son tries to free Papa.
Yeah. Number 2.
Game 2 today is Congo Bongo pitting the hunter against a giant
1983 Sega. See what I mean about Munchmobile
gorilla. Next is Munchmobile.
being unfair? Go check out the gameplay, folks. Just a recommendation.
Feel a hungry driver reaching out. Then Burger Time, a run for burgers and
That is the Data East marquee. They had both versions of Burger Time. What I mean by that marquee is Data East had arcade games run on this cassette called a Deco Entertainment Deco cassette system. Excuse me. That cassette lasted until 1984. And I don't know what the last game was. Excuse me for that. Number 5 is one of my favorite arcade games. I finally got to see this cabinet, but the game wasn't working. Come on.
finally, Mappy, a
1983 Namco, a license to Bally Midway. I wish I could have showed the marquee. What? In real life. I mean, in person. That's what I meant.
cat and mouse chase for loot. Number 1 today, Bongo Bongo, where hunter is pitted against a great gorilla.
Yeah.
Game 2 is
Zor. 1982 Data East USA and licensed to Tago Electronics. And if you looked at the gameplay or if you played it, you will know how similar it is to Mission X. By the way, Congo Bongo is one of those games for the Sega Converter game cabinet. And number 3 is a game that I saw, but the sound wasn't working. But the cabinet looks fantastic.
Zor, a battle to save the Federation. Game 3, Food Fight, a messy sight.
1983 General Computing Corporation and licensed to Atari. And Quantum was made in 1982 and released in 1983. Let me tell you what happened. General Computing Corporation or the computer, I forget. I think it's computing. They got in trouble because they were ripping off Atari's Missile Command and renamed it Super Missile Attack. I'll have to take a look at that one. But I also saw
Game 4, Tron, a journey into a startling new dimension. Game 5 today, Super Pac-Man, and the great one is